Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. Now it's time for your weekend tech tip, brought to you by Chevy Silverado.
Perfect timing for that Chevy Silverado tech tip of the week, although we did that yesterday. First things first, rod.
Okay,
Tell me about the rod. Okay, so this is which version of the edge rods?
And that is an 1141. That's a classic one Gary Loomis made years ago for side drifting. Okay, 9.5 foot, 4 to 8. I put 10 to 15 pound braid on it, nice and super thin braid.
Yeah,
so I can
it's
get
like
long
thread.
Right, but that's
this is God, I can't think of the name of it, but that's a hybrid braid in there.
It's made by Berkeley, by the way. But I run like some 8-pound test tippet on that. I'll uniknot like 6-7 feet of 8-pound or 10-pound on there, and go to my jigging with that super light outfit like that, with that thin braid. I can take the length of that rod. I can cast that thing from here to my house. I live in Yakima. Okay, it'll throw it a mile, and that's what you want. You see, if you're out in salt water, you see fish spinning. Just you don't want to get too close to them. Okay, you want to keep the boat. They're still pretty spooky. If you run right up on them, they're gone.
Sure.
So you got to be able to cast to them. That reaches it dandily with just that much weight. No sweat.
So a quarter ounce, 10, 12 pound braided line, and you do have a bumper on here of 8 to 10 pound as well.
Right.
Fluoro or just mono?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
You could probably tie right to the braid and you'd be just fine. but
that would be a question. Guaranteed somebody out there like, well, why can't I just tie it right to the braid?
It doesn't really matter, I don't think. I do it because it allows, it's easier to tie using mono or fluorocarbon than it is to braid. Braid's a little slippery and hard to work with. And if you happen to get into something, it can break off and you don't lose a whole bunch of line.
Gotcha. We do have some of the photos that Bill sent in. We can show you some of those with the pinks in there, and I believe there probably would be a steelhead in there as well, because he's been chasing summer runs.
Oh boy.
Okay, so obviously casting and retrieving is one of the funnest ways to catch anything. It doesn't matter what it is. You can see some of the photos there of the areas that they're fishing. That's saltwater right there?
That's downtown Tacoma, right there by Point Defiance. Yeah, they're everywhere, all over the place. You can see Vashon Island there in the background. You just look, it's just, that's where a typical jig right there, right in the schnooter. Where all jigs go.
He obviously chased that thing down, and you can tell that those are good-sized fish.
They are. That's my Sun River right there with a fish that's pushing 10 pounds. And that's a big pink.
I was going to say, is that average for when they return every other year? Is that 8, 10-pounder range normal? Or is it...
No, they're usually 4 to 6 normally. But this year, there's a lot of big fish. And the meat in them this year looks like coho.
Okay.
God, they're good eating this year, man. And you notice also the young guys I had in that picture? If you got young kids, oh my God, is this a great way to get them into salmon fishing? There's lots of action. It's fast. You know, you're not sitting in a boat trolling for springers in March.
Sure.
That'll put them off fishing.
And no bites.
That'll put them off fishing real quick. It's warm. It's beautiful weather. The fish are fast and they're fun to catch, and it doesn't take much skill.
You mentioned prior to the show when we were talking that every so often you'll run across a silver while you're fishing these things, and you know it right away. Why?
Because they don't fight as hard as the pinks.
Interesting.
I swear, the hatchery fish are running into this time of year. We hook them up, it's out there just twisting. You go, oh, that's a coho.
Okay.
Right? And then you get a humpy on, pink on, it's just bombing all over the place and ripping line. You go, that's pink salmon.
Okay. Sounds like
I know it's
like
crazy,
it's
but it's true.
I get it. Let's go ahead and get another shot with that Kershaw Tech Cam. I want to kind of show what you brought other things, right?
Sure, man.
You actually have one of the Yakima bait fast limit Dodgers here, and what to me looks just like what you would use for chasing sockeye. So it's a trolling setup. You're not casting this, so you can go after these a number of different ways.
Right. Sometimes in the saltwater especially, they'll go deep. And it's hard to reach them with the light tackle, and you'll see them on the screen down 30, 40, 50 feet. We'll put that rig down there. That's 8 inches of 25-pound test line on there with a spinning glow. I believe that's a number 8 spinning glow on there. Anything in pink works really great. Grab a spinning glow in pink, a bead, pink hoochie, and dual number 1 hooks. Drop that down there and troll slow like you would for kokanee.
Okay.
A nice slow wobble down there, and it's usually not down very long.
Do they run deep a lot? I mean,
they can, yes.
Okay. So if you're up there and you got the boat and you're already in the area, Maybe you don't want to cast. I don't know why.
Believe it or not, guides I talk to, they say they do that because people, hard to believe, you put a spinning reel in their hands and it's like handing a monkey a bowling ball.
Okay.
They don't know what's going on. Okay,
Right.
so they just troll, and sometimes it's easy.
Hey, that's fine. We get reports from up there. Richard from Kenmore, who talks about pinks every so often, he's a troller, so that's obviously how he's getting them. I would recommend throwing stuff. That's just more fun. But let's talk about plugs. You got a whole bunch of mag lips here as well. The 2.0, the 2.5s. Are you trolling these? Are you back trolling these? Or what are you doing?
Yes, all of the above. Okay. You can put those out the back of the boat and flatline them too, troll them around. Super fun, okay? But when I fish like the Skagit, the lower river and the Skagit will be anchored up on a seam. I'll always have a mag lip kind of hanging out there, and while we're casting, and it doesn't take but a few minutes, you hear this rattle, 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 grab that, grab that, you know, so they love that thing just sitting still.
What's the limit on pinks?
Oh, and the sound, 4 a day.
Wow.
Yes, and they're nice sized fish, so you take the family out there, man, you got a sack of salmon.
I'm seeing some similarities as far as if I were to be fishing for steelhead, or maybe even if I was trout fishing with the 2.5, whatever it might be. Just let it dig and just do its own thing.
There's my favorite one, and it's a metallic pink. How odd,
we call that cerise. Cerise, and that's only because it's metallic, just like Bill pointed out there. Okay, so tell me, if somebody does go up there, maybe they're watching up there right now, or they're down here, and maybe they want to make a trek up there. What is not to do? What should you pay attention on? What don't do? Is it location?
Okay, location.
Is it spend too much time? What should they avoid?
Location, and you can look online and see all these places to go. Easy access, piers, beaches. You don't need a boat. That's what's cool. And there's 40 places to go on Whidbey Island, all the way up and down the Sound, from Everett to Tacoma, over in the Hood Canal area by the Hood Canal Bridge. Just find an access and watch. You can tell if they're there. There's, like I said, they're very showy, and they'll start leaping, and you start casting for them. And sometimes, though, on the beach, the jigs aren't heavy enough. Okay, you see right here, I have these little. I have like 1 ounce jigs I have here. These are a little P-line jigs.
Those are all the P-line jigs. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And hot. What do you know? Hot pink. Ta-da. Okay. You can throw those things 3 times as far, and you can reach fish with this type of jig that you can't reach with a regular jig.
Okay. And when you did so now a lot of folks are going to look at this and go, okay, these are also called jigs, just like what you see here. These are more known for maybe vertical jigging for kokanee or salmon, depending on the size of jig that you're going to be using, location that you're in. First thing I'm going to say is we've got some great camera work today. So I want you all to appreciate this. This is a live show, and we're all over the place. Trying to keep up is nearly impossible. That's what happens when you have professionals.
Oh, boy.
But now you're saying that the shape of this thing, more like a bullet, it's going to fly a lot flutter. You can just make longer casts.
And you fish it the same way, but it's a little quicker. As it drops, you just kind of hop it and let it flutter down, pop it up, flutter down, up, pop it down, let that. And normally, if they're there, immediately. If they're in there, bang, on you go. But a good thing to notice or know about, this is all barbless.
Okay.
In salt water up there, when you get out in the Sound, you have to fish barbless, but it doesn't make any difference. Okay.
Yeah, you got enough of them.
If one drops off, you get a barbless release. Work it a little bit. You get another one.
Right.
So it's actually, when you want to have fun and just release them, it's a hell of a lot easier to release them with no barb anyway. So it's a great way to fish.
Well, when you're catching that many fish, it sounds like it would be nice to be able to just slack line it and let it drop off there.
What we usually do is you're allowed 4 apiece in the boat. So we'll catch our 3. We'll keep 3 really nice big males, and then just have a great time until everybody gets their last fish, and then you're done.
Gotcha.
So otherwise, you'd be done in minutes. You travel all this way, you run out there, and it's just, we're done.
We're done.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, I want to catch some more. You know, so you don't kill them right away. You just release them until you get your last one, and then off you go.
You already mentioned that high tide is optimal. Are there conditions, and we'll save this for this upcoming segment. That'll be my first question.
Okay.
Are there conditions that make them less likely to bite so well?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so we'll work on that. We'll work on that with Bill Herzog when we come back from this break. We're talking about pink salmon and being successful up in the Puget Sound area. We'll be right back.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Yakima Bait, steeped in tradition, innovation, and fishing success. Procure Bait Sense, ruthlessly effective. And by North American Metals Incorporated, first choice for all your metal roofing and siding needs.